Hi, this is Amanda Torres from thecuriouscoconut.com, and I'm going to teach you how to make a Puerto Rican dish, pasteles, today. All right, let's dive right in. You're going to be working with parchment paper and or banana leaves, and in this case, you can see I've got parchment paper and a small piece of banana leaf. You're first going to oil it. That's lard that's been dyed with annatto, which is optional. You'll see that on the recipe on my website. Then you measure out a half a cup of the dough, the masa, which, as you'll see on my recipe, it's made from green bananas, a tropical squash called calabaza, and a tropical root that's called malanga. So you spread it out with the back of a spoon into a thin, even layer. Then you scoop out a couple of tablespoons worth of your meat filling mixture. This is chicken, and it's made with sofrito and also has capers and culantro. Then you add olives, and then the fun part is wrapping it, and that's really what this video is about. I'll just let you watch because it's easier to see. You fold away from you up. If you're using paper, you're going to have to fold a little crease on the top. You'll see that in a second, but what you're going to do, as you'll see that I'm doing in the video, is kind of forming the shape. It's supposed to be a rectangle, and you do that with your hand. This is where you're kind of sealing the top with about a half inch or so fold, and then you fold the top over and try to meet the edge where you folded it initially. You see it's a little shy here, and then you see you kind of shape the sides, and just be careful not to press too hard, because if you do, you can kind of squish it out the opposite edge. It's gentle movements with your hands that you'll really feel it when you're doing it yourself. Then comes the tying, which is a little tricky, and so you really just have to watch this. This is why I made the video, because I don't know how to explain this tying process in words. It's really not that hard once you get the hang of it, but you'll have to play around with it a few times and maybe watch this on repeat a few times. And it's like wrapping presents, and these really are like food presents. They're so tasty. A lot of work goes into making them, and they're just a real treat to eat. And there you have it. So now I'm going to show you how to do it just using banana leaves. Now, this is the more traditional way. It's exactly the same, but I understand parchment paper may be easier. It's certainly a lot less work compared to rinsing and drying all the banana leaves and cutting them. The banana leaves do give it a flavor, and of course it is the more traditional way that my in-laws' great-grandparents would have done it using banana leaves, but as you can see, it's exactly the same process. You have to be a little more careful when you're working with the leaves because they can tear, but you can see it's exactly the same process. The only difference is that you have to use multiple leaves to really get a firm seal, because it is a leaf, right? So there can be small tears, and you want to at least do 2 leaves and sometimes 3 leaves to make sure that none of your precious dough is going to leak out during the boiling, cooking process. Again, here's this tricky tying. You can see, you just got to watch it. And wrap it around, tie the pretty bow, and then you move on to the other 37 pasteles that are left to bake. And that's it. You can find the full recipe on my website, thecuriouscoconut.com, and I hope you enjoy the recipe and that I see you around the blog. Take care.